Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. Today we're going to be working on project number 1 for the Backyard Bliss Scrapbooking Workshop. I did not do a cutting video for this one, so I am cutting kind of as I go. This piece right here is an exclusive piece of paper. We're going to go ahead and cut the first strip 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 2 times, and then 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 1 time. And this second strip is going to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 2 times. These are essentially going to be photo mats, right? So we're going to go ahead and take care of those to get that out of the way. And then we'll move on to the main piece of our layout. You can see over on the left-hand side of your screen, I do have the image that was provided by Close to My Heart. This is not my image. These are not my people in the photos. This is what Close to My Heart had provided. So I do have that sitting over on the left-hand side. It's kind of an awkward position because I was filling out cards for my customers and left them sitting there, which was really not a good idea. So I am going to keep that photo there for the duration because I didn't even realize I had done that. So right here, we are going to start with the main piece. Like I said, this is a great use of a piece of paper by Close to My Heart. Very impressive. You can see it's wood grain on one side, but on the other side, look at all this other space. Look at this heart we have. Look at all those little hearts on it. So cute. We're going to go ahead and pop all of those out. One side is wood grain, and then the other side is going to be all these fabulous hearts and dots. So we do go ahead and pop all of those out. And then we're going to add just a little bit of adhesive, I do believe, to the white side of here. You can see right there on this white side, it says Project 1. So you know what this is going to, page is going to be for. It's Project 1. We are going to add a little bit of adhesive on here. I like to use the Tombow Mono Air, and I just am adding it into the bigger bits of the white. We're going to go ahead and flip that over and place it down. Now you can see I don't have my Versa mat on my desk this time. I'm using a desk mat that I have gotten from Close to My Heart. It has grid lines on it as well. It's just a paper, basically, so I can write notes on it too if I wanted to. We're going to go ahead and put our photo mats down. You can see in the original over to the right, they have them, they have them on there. I'm just going to kind of try and replicate them a little bit. I love this one, this left-hand side photo. See how even in the original, it breaks the boundary of that heart. I love it. In fact, I wish I would have moved mine further over like what they had done to where it broke that boundary just a little bit more. I think that is so cute. I love it when designs do that. And then we're going to put down this second photo mat and a photo placement holder right here. We're going to put it at a little bit of an angle, just like in the original. You can see right here, I do have it up a little high. I will go ahead and move that down here in just a second. So if you're playing along with me, I hope you did your cuts already. You might not have, but that's okay. You can pause, go along. This right here is for journaling strips. This is the white cardstock we just cut out, or I had just cut out at the beginning. I cut it a little bit thick. Look how thick that, no ma'am. I need to trim those up and make those a little bit smaller. So when I come across a little bit of a problem right here, I'm looking at those wondering what in the world. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next step. I start pulling out some of the bits that you see in the original photograph, right? So I'm pulling out some of those bits to go ahead and start with the embellishment. This right here you can see is up at the top. We're going to go ahead and stick that under there. Very nice. And here you can see where I pulled that thinner strip in. I'm like, yeah, that's got to be thinner. But first we got to put down some of the hearts. You can see in the original, we did replace some of the hearts. And what I'm going to do when I replace the hearts, some of them are going to be flush on the page. Actually, the really small ones and also the circle, I'm putting those down directly into the holes. But the larger hearts, I'm going to be putting a little bit of foam tape behind them to give them a little bit of dimension. Very, very cute. On my final one, my final version of this, you can see in the original, there's a little word phrase up at the top of that photo. I totally missed that. So I am going to go back and add that up there. I guess it's a kind of a good thing that I go back and look, right? It happens, doesn't it? We all make little changes or, you know, accidentally look over something from time to time. It works out, though. Putting this foam tape down behind these hearts, it does give it a nice little shadowing effect, nice little dimension. It is a little bit time consuming, but worth it, in my opinion. On this tag PC, I just put a little foam tape up at the top because we're going to have, got a piece of hair stuck in there. We're going to have the bottom of that tag flush, and then it's going to kind of come up at an angle where it is popped up off of the page up at the top. Very, very nice. Love how that looks. Going to do a little bit more foam tape on this other heart. We're going to go ahead and stick down. Now on this specific layout, this double page layout that we're doing here, project number 1, I do add onto this layout. I ended up pulling in, we've got these new dots in our new core catalog. I'm using the pink dots. I'm going to put some pink dots on here, and actually I'm going to be using the hearts end dots of the lightest pink that comes in that pink pack. You'll see that coming up, but I'll link that down below as well. I don't really think there is such a thing as too much foam tape, so you can see I do love it. We're going to go ahead and pop that up right there. Now you can see the original used a periwinkle heart over there, and I'm going to go ahead and put a yellow heart over there. And then we have the boot sticker with the flowers coming out the top. This came off the sticker sheet. I do use that anti-static patch or anti-static pouch to get the sticky off the back because I don't want the boot to be sticky over where that photo placement holder is, right? Because Erin, when she gets these, she's going to take her own photo and slip it in underneath that. Right on, she's probably just going to slip it right on top of the photo placement holder. She's not pulling that up. She's just going to put a photo right over the top of it. Now we're going to work at this on this cluster up at the top. Again, this calls for some stickers that are on the sticker sheet that come in the workshop. You can see here that big long red, the one with the red flowers. I did do the same thing as I did with the tag. I put the bottom of the flowers down flush to the page, and just at the top I put a little bit of foam tape up there just to give it a little bit of dimension up at the top. Here we're going to put this cute little periwinkle flower. Again, we're going to put this up on some foam tape. I will add a little pink heart underneath it as well. Right there I was studying the image. So what happens when you get your kit in, it does come with kit instructions, which I just ripped. So funny. Sorry, I'm a bit unorganized here this morning, but it comes with the instructions, and what the instructions says is the very first thing it says to do is sponge papaya ink on right base page. We skipped that because I wanted to start with the left page, so we're skipping that part. But then down here at the bottom it says assemble, use exclusive mink floral paper for base page. We did that. Attach the large heart overlay die cut. Attach 1A and 1B, which are the photo mats with the photo placement holders or your photo. And then it says tip, do not use adhesive along the top of 1A so other pieces can be tucked behind it in a later step. And that's where we tucked in the stickers and the tag right there up at the top. And then it says attach photos, and then it says add journaling. So I cut those journaling strips down. But see, the way we need, and there's also a tip on here. It says tip, attach a few of these pieces with 3D foam tape for added dimension. But the way we decide what embellishments we're using on here is basically I'm just looking at the photo right? And looking at all the pieces on here. Now this bow piece right here, you won't find this in this kit. This is from another embellishment pack from Close to My Heart. It just happened to be laying on my desk and I thought it would look super cute. So I go ahead and add that bow to it as well. That might be why I left off that word phrase. The word phrase that goes on there says lay in the sun. And, you know, I'm going to go ahead and add it on there, I do think. So here we're going to go ahead and start with our second page of project number 1. And this is where the directions I just read you at first says sponge papaya ink on right base page. And it says tip, lay the title out without attaching for placement. With a pencil, lightly mark where the word love will get attached. Remove the title and sponge along this marked area. Cut a wedge out of the round sponge and use it to apply the ink. Now, when I did mine, okay, I'm going to tell you what I did wrong. Well, it's not necessarily wrong. It's not wrong necessarily. But it says technique, gently rub the sponge on the ink pad and then lightly pounce it on the paper until the desired amount of color is achieved. Well, first of all, I made my ink go way outside of the word love. But then when I used my quarter of my sponge, you can see I was using a side, so I was getting a lot of lines. That's not good, guys. Well, I mean, it can be good if you want the lines, but I didn't want them, so I turned it over and used the round spot of that quarter. So if you want the round, you can see it. It's kind of like this little technique for you. See how over here on the side that's closer over to the right, it's more lined, and over to the right hand side, it's more pounced. Here, I was trying to blend that out a little bit to get rid of some of those lines. And just keep it with that nice little pouncy. That's how my papaya ink got spread way beyond the love area. But it's okay. It does end up working out. There are no mistakes, guys. There's just opportunities, right? So here we are going to use our 3x4 photo mats, and we're going to go ahead and mount those on our photo placement holders. I apologize. We're going to take our 3x4 photo placement holders and mount them on our photo mats. This page will have 3x4 photos that go across the bottom. Super, super cute. I think Erin is really going to love this. I need to start making my workshop kits with my own photos, right? How am I ever going to get any of my own scrapbooking done when I keep giving these, giving my stuff away to people and also scrapbooking for them, right? I can't help it. It's just so much fun. But I do have some pages I need to do for myself. We'll have that coming up eventually, right? So here I am going to go ahead and line up my ruler. I'm like I said before, I'm just using this paper piece from Close to My Heart for the grid. I'm using this ruler right here. It's a Tim Holtz ruler, and you can see right in the center of it is 0. So I'm going to put my 3x4 photo, I'm just eyeballing it, put in the center of that photo mat in right above that 0. And again, like I said, I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not actually measuring it out. And these other two will just go one on either side of it, probably about a ½ inch away from the center one, like that. Looking at this, you can really see, look up at the top, how I had extended the right side of that color over way more. It works out fine because if you see in the original photo down there, there are the hearts. So my color basically gets extended over into the heart area. I'm going to go ahead and commit to the placement of the word love right here. It's very cute. I love these. The word love, I love these. No, I love these wood grain embellishments right here. They're not really wood grain. They're just made to look like it's wood piece. Super cute. I love this. When I was showing you the kit yesterday, I accidentally said, these are thicker than cardstock. And then I said, but thicker than chipboard. No, they're thicker than cardstock, but thinner than chipboard. Words, guys. I think you guys knew what I meant, though. Here we're going to go ahead and take our hearts. Now you can see how one side of the heart is the yellow. It was on that piece we popped out. But the other side is that gorgeous wood grain. So we are going to be using the wood grain side of this. And you can see in the original, they don't have that ink way over there like I did. They embellish it with one little teeny tiny bee sitting over there. I'm going to use the bee as well, only I'm going to put the bee up in the color where I had that harsh line. So if you have a mistake like that, guys, you don't have to put your bee right where they say, you know, where they show you to put it. You can put it anywhere. For my example, I put it up at the top to cover up that mistake that I had made, right? Here we are pulling out a sticker from the sticker sheet. It does call for that. You can see in the original gorgeous, 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 gorgeous flower cluster right there. I am going to go ahead and pop that up on foam tape, of course. And we're going to go ahead and put that pretty much in the same place that it is in the example. It's very cute. And again, I am using quite a bit of foam tape. Really love the foam tape. And then we're going to go ahead and commit to the placement of grows here. Now for this, I am just using some liquid adhesive. I have got the Art Glitter Glue, which I absolutely love. You can pick that up over on Amazon. I will have that linked down below. So it says Love Grows here. Very cute. Very nice. Love, love, love that. We're going to go ahead and commit to the placement of those hearts as well. Love those hearts. Are like little double joining hearts. Very cute. Again, I'm using the Art Glitter Glue to go ahead and put that down. Now you see what I was talking about right there, that line. We're going to cover that up with this little tiny bee. Now this will, I will be putting a little bit of foam tape back behind that, just to pop it up. And again, you guys know my love of foam tape. Now, if you are following along and you don't love foam tape the way I love foam tape, don't use foam tape. It's absolutely fine. Don't use foam tape if you don't love it the way I love it. Here we're going to go ahead and pull off the backing for the foam tape on the flower and go ahead and commit to the placement of it. Super cute. I love how part of this flower is just a little bit over that bottom leg of the E. I think that is so cute. Here's where I pull out those pink dots. I'm thinking this needs so much more. And somehow, apparently, down there at the bottom, a sticker happened when you weren't looking. It says Plant Smiles on it, and it is popped up on foam tape as well. So I am going to be using the lightest color, the pink. I'm going to use the dots and also the hearts. So our dots come with 3 shades of the color you get. I mean, you can do pink dots. What's this one I have here on my desk? Purple dots. There's all different colors. On this layout, we're going to be using the pink ones, but I'm using the lightest shade of pink. Our dots come with 3 shades, except for the white and black. The colored dots come with 3 shades. There are 2 sheets of these in each pack, and each shade has got the circles, hearts, and stars. So on this one, I am using the circles and the hearts. I'm not using the stars on this layout. I don't really super love stars and hearts together. I don't know what that is. It's probably just a block in my mind. Obviously, you can use stars and hearts together if you want to, but I just only use the hearts and also the little dots, and I am going to use all of them. I was down to just 2 dots left over, but because I went ahead and used all of them, I didn't want to have 2 little dots left on my sheet. I'm just going to go ahead and use them all. I'm going to pull out the other sheet, and I'm going to use those 2 dots down by that, right down there, by the little, what is that? A little word phrase that says Plant Smiles that kind of appeared on you by accident. All right, guys, we're not going to do too much else with this layout, I don't believe. I'm going to show you how it ends. I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to pick up this workshop, BeckyBitting.closetomyheart.com. I'll have everything linked down below if you'd like to pick it up and rewatch and play along. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.